Hi, this is John Abraham and you're watching Bollywood Hungama with the sexy Faridoon.
Now, John, actually, talking about Force 2, something interesting I just read that you've said that you have a very different sort of blood group and apparently you don't react to local anesthesia very easily.
Yeah.
And you had a problem and you met with an accident.
Yeah, in Hungary I met with an accident.
Right, and your knee had to be just torn apart because and the doctor couldn't understand what you're trying to tell him. Now, how do you deal with injuries? Because of late you've had quite a few injuries.
I love pain. I love pain, and I think my pain bearing capacity is really high. My impact carrying capacity is really high, and I'm used to a lot of pain. And I think that's one of the biggest advantages I have, which is why when people ask me before an action sequence, do you have any fear? And I say, I honestly, not because I'm trying to be brave, I don't have any fear because I'm not worried about pain. Because why do we get scared? Because we'll get hurt. But when you're not scared that you're going to get hurt, then you wouldn't be scared. So I feel no fear. I feel if I'm supposed to run into a door, I'll run into it. At the most, I'll hit it and I'll fall down, which is what exactly happened in Force 2, and I busted my knee. So the kneecap area is called the prepatella bursa. And a medical person will understand that, but it's like the kneecap area, and I busted it completely. I went and I injected my knee, aspirated all the blood out, and went back to shoot. And it got worse, and I went back to the hospital for 6 days. And in the course of the third or fourth day, I tried telling the doctor, listen, you know, I don't react to local anesthesia as easily. And he sliced me open, and the blood hit him on his specs because there was so much pressure built in there. And every day they would take out about 80 ml of blood clots from my knee, which is the size of these two fists, every day.
Okay.
So my hemoglobin was at about 16.5 and it went down to 6 in 6 days. So you can imagine the amount of blood loss that happened. And I flew back with a pipe, a drain pipe stuck on my knee, because my doctor in India said, come back, you know, we need to seriously look at this because we haven't identified where the blood's really coming from. So when you're used to that kind of pain and when you've gone through so much, you know, action is a lot more fun. Because I mean, the only person who's worked with me for the longest time is Venki. He does my makeup, and he's seen me probably in the worst phases of my life, seen me go through so much pain that when he sits with me, he says, no Baba, that pain was worse than this, or this pain was not as bad as that. You know, so we compare the amount of pain we've been through. So we're always busting our backsides, but it's fun. When you sign up for action, it's a lot of fun.
In fact, I've known you for a long time now. You're also an extremely successful businessman as well, as far as your architecture firm is concerned, and you've made like really big money. What is it about acting that an action that you're willing to just suffer so much of pain and all this blood loss and everything? You can make money elsewhere easily.
A, because the architecture firm is not mine.
Okay.
And B, because I've not made a lot of money, so I have to jump and make money.
Actually, the newspaper reports are to believe you're worth 500 crores or something.
No,
like
my
that.
brother and my father have that architecture firm. Yes, I do invest my money in realty like probably every other actor does.
Correct.
I have a football
But
team.
what the reports say that you are better placed than a lot of other actors in terms of.
I try to be better placed, at least in my
head,
Faridoon. I really try to be better placed, and I think there's a logic behind it because I come from a middle class background, so I'm overtly cautious about money. So I try, and even you would do it, you know, you'd make sure that you save whatever you get. So I try and save with as much of ferocity as someone would probably spend, and that's the difference. So I don't let my lifestyle dictate me. I dictate my lifestyle. That's the difference. So I live middle class, but I save enough so that others around and I am comfortable in the future, which is what dictates a lot of my business decisions. And the fact that I come from an educated background also helps a lot, helps me choose what's right from wrong, helps me choose my investments. And I kind of make my choices there. I invest a lot in, a lot of seed capital in startups. It's dangerous, but I also invest at the same time in realty, which is safer. So you kind of make a call as to how you want to lead your life. Do I buy a fancy car? The answer is no. You know, do you want to have the most expensive watches and shoes, etc. in your life? For me, the answer is no.
The question was that why is it that you have this entire fascination for action and just taking so much of risks? That was the question.
Yeah, because I feel less nervous
Because when you already are quite comfortably placed. Apart from that, why is it that you're fascinated with just pain and taking so many risks?
Yeah, I don't know actually. It's a drug for me. I don't do drugs, but I think speed is a drug, action is a drug, and I enjoy that space. I just feel very. It's a high for me when I do something that's dangerous, and I enjoy it. Am I being stupid? No, I try and take all the precautions possible. I take all the care possible. But that's the space I like being in. And another thing about action, unfortunately or fortunately, we see the biggest action heroes in the world, be it Stallone, Schwarzenegger, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, that is, Bruce Willis. They're not great in action, but they're great in attitude. It's the attitude. It's this is what makes them action heroes. Be it Bruce Willis saying, you know, go ahead, make my day, or you know, Schwarzenegger saying, I'll be back, or Dwayne Johnson in Fast and the Furious saying, this is Rio, you know. So there's a certain attitude that you must possess to be an action hero. And honestly, I think you have to be big. You have to be big to be an action hero.